What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to increase your no-show rate, increase the people that book into actually showing up. I've seen a lot of people kind of like just it's just like when people book on, there's not really a system in place to follow up with them, right? For example, let's say someone books on. They typically don't receive like any reminders. Sometimes they don't even get directed to like a landing page, like a call confirmation page. So you want to make sure you can do as much as possible, whether that's SMS, email, and no, this is not harassing, this is not bothering them because they opted in to booking on an appointment with you, right? So when someone books on an appointment with you, they have that intent to show up to the call. Now, most people don't because they just book on, or it's whatever, right? You can't always have everyone show up. But you want to make sure that you increase your chances of them showing up, right? For example, if it's only like a 50% of people that are showing up, you want to increase it to like 60%. From 60%, you want to increase it to like 80%, right? So these are kind of like the automations that I use as of right now. They're not complex, they're super easy, but just want to show you guys all the automations that I've built out to increase your no-show rate in terms of people booking on and actually having them show up. Just to give you guys an example, I had about like a 40 to 45% rate of people not showing up to my book calls. And after I implemented these systems, and obviously I'm still calling them, making sure that they're good to go. I have my assistant, I have my VA also reach out to them as well, but these are the exact systems that have helped me actually increase from that 45% range into that 75%. So without further ado, let's get straight into it and I'll show you guys exactly what these systems are built out and how it looks like and how you guys can build them as well. Okay, perfect. So we're in the form filled and no appointment follow-up. So what this system is essentially doing is whenever someone fills out like a meta ad form or like, on your Facebook, right? So let's say they fill out the form, they get they should be getting directed into a calendar booking page, all right? If you guys don't have that, and this is specifically for meta ads, if you guys just have it where it's just they fill the form out and it's nothing, you guys are doing something wrong. Make sure that they get directed into that landing page, right? But let's say they don't book on an appointment and they just fill out the form just to fill it out, right? What that's going to essentially do is it's going to create a contact within my Go High level, right? It's going to say full name, email, phone numbers, and not that they're in Go High level. It's going to wait 1 day for them to essentially, book on an appointment, right? Obviously, it's not, I'm gonna just put this on. I'm just gonna change this into 12 hours just because 1 day is a little bit too much. So I'm gonna just put this 12 hours. So a save action. So yeah, typically, like I said, wait 12 hours. If they don't book within the 12 hours, then they're either going to come into, when appointment is not booked, into this route. If the appointment is booked, it's going to do nothing. And obviously, if none of the conditions are met, it's still going to send an email and SMS as well, right? And it's going to kind of direct them into this page. So if I come here, come back, boom. And then once they click that page, it's going to kind of direct them into this funnel here, right? So for example, your call is not confirmed. Watch this short video on how to prepare for the call, blah, blah. And it's just kind of like showing them exactly what to do for next steps, right? So that's essentially it in terms of that end. But let's say someone does not book, right? It's going to send them the exact same email with the SMS as well. It's going to wait 1 day or 24 hours. I guess you can say it, so 24 hours. But you guys get the idea, right? Obviously you want to make sure that they receive emails and SMSs to be able to make sure that they, constantly get reminded that, oh, I filled this form out, but I never really booked on. So that way, you can increase your chances of them booking back on and getting on the calendar with you, right? Now, if you guys want to kind of see an example of what I've said, for SMS, I just say like, hey, Riley with Ascendius here, blah, blah, this is my colleague. And then just kind of like sending them over that link, email, same thing goes and same thing applies. Just kind of saying the same thing. And then the second email, or I'll just kind of go through the SMS, right? Because SMS and email, it's kind of the same, but, obviously I just say like, hey, just kind of like, keeping them in the loop. Third SMS is just, giving them case studies. Fourth is giving them a little bit more of case studies as well. SMS, another, diagnostic, and just kind of like keeping them in the loop, right? So that one, boom, one more, boom, one more, boom. And obviously, they can always reply stop, STOP, to, stop getting these, alerts and these SMS and emails. But typically I like to have it as like a 10-day mark. I know it might be a lot, but it really isn't, right? you know, if you book on in the first place, you're bound to not get spammed, but you're bound to get SMS, and you're bound to get marketing campaigns coming to you, right? So if most people don't know that, then they're probably not the most brightest, but you know, you want to make sure that you keep them in the loop. After 10 days, if they don't respond, then they're just gone. They're inevitable. You can't get in contact with them, right? So that's essentially it in terms of like how you can get people back on the calendar if they haven't booked on with you, and increase your show rate in terms of people booking on with this form filled, right? Now we're gonna come into a different automation here. And this one is more of like the sales. I have this up on my other video if you guys want to check it out. But this is called the sales reminders, right? So I'm just going to come here, sales pipeline, appointment confirmations. And this is just essentially, you know, confirming their appointments, right? So when someone books on, a customer books on an appointment, it's going to send me a internal notification, like an email saying like, or like an SMS saying like, hey, this guy has booked on, you're good to go. It's going to create an opportunity for them. So it's going to put them in the demo booked pipeline. It's going to send me a notification on Slack saying like, hey, your appointment's booked, boo, boo, boo. It's going to send them an SMS as well, saying like their appointment's confirmed. They're going to get a confirmation email as well. And it's also going to update my spreadsheet row as well. I have this on my other video if you guys want to check it out as well. But it's going to essentially just automate my spreadsheet for the people that book on, right? So now that every time someone books on, I don't have to manually go in and type in their email, phone number, and name. It's just pretty much auto-populating, right? Now it's gonna wait 30 minutes. And typically, you know, what I do is send them over like like some case studies as well, just to kind of like keep them in the loop, right? So there's a mosquito. But yeah, I mean, essentially, you know, after that, you send that, you want to wait 20 hours before you send them the appointment as well. I'm just gonna actually change this into, I'm gonna change this into 14 hours, right? So 14 hours before the appointment, they're just gonna get another confirmation as well. So it's really like simple, right? I mean, it's very self-explanatory. And after the 14 hours, it's going to say like, hey, just want to make sure that you're still good to go. Reply with yes to confirm. 1 hour before the appointment, another email is going to get, or another SMS is going to be sent out. And the reason why you don't want to do email is because most people don't really look at email anymore. I mean, it's 2026. I mean, you know, a lot of people are not really going to check your emails, right? So you want to kind of just send them like SMSs. For example, like here's the link to the Zoom. 15 minutes before, remind them one more time, and here's the link to the Zoom as well, right? So that's kind of like the sales pipeline automation in terms of like how you can increase your chances of them showing back up. But yeah, I mean, real simple, not too hard to build out. Sales pipeline appointment confirmations plus reminder is the second system that I use, right? Now, we're gonna come back into the third. We're gonna come into the third one, which is, I believe, let me see here. If I come into second, there is one more as well that I wanted to kind of show you guys. And then this is the email SMS lead nurture sequence, right? So whenever someone books in and they don't typically, you know, let's say someone just inquires you in the first place, right? They don't book in, they don't fill out like a form, they just like inquire you like about something. Like they fill out like a form with like just their name and stuff. Obviously it's kind of like meta ads like Facebook when they fill out that lead generation form. But this is completely different, right? This is like, let's say they come on the call and you have a discovery call with them and they say like it's something that they want to do like in the long term. They say it's not something that is going to work for them, you know, as of right now. You obviously still want to keep them in the loop because they're interested, but it just feels like they're kind of hesitant on something, right? So you want to kind of like put them into, so this is done manually, right? So obviously in the opportunities tab, when it says demo booked, you know, closing call, you want to put them into like the long-term nurture sequence opportunity tab, right? And once you put them in the long-term opportunities tab, it's going to obviously automatically do here, you know, send out the emails, right? Or honestly, what you can also do is just click on the contact and there should be like a plus add automation tag onto it. You just add in the email SMS lead nurture sequence and I mean, it's pretty much, they're pretty much getting put back into the loop, right? They're getting put back into the funnel and they should be good to go to get these emails and SMS, right? So same thing applies. Obviously they're gonna get a 10-day nurture sequence where they're gonna get the email, right? You know, we've launched our very exclusive offer, blah, 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 SMS as well, email, day two SMS, and you know, all the way up until day 10.
right? As you can see, email day 10, they're still gonna get the email, and then day 10, boom, it's just gonna like tell them like, hey, this is gonna be the end of it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But if you still wanna, move forward, we can always move forward as well. So yeah, I mean, those are essentially the systems that I use, the 3 systems that have really helped me increase my show rate. Obviously there are other automations that you can utilize, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, these 3 are the most important ones that you need to be utilizing. Other automations, maybe, but it's not really going to move the needle forward for a lot of beginners at the moment, right? So focus on these systems. If you need help, if you have any questions on how to build these out, leave it down in the comments below. But without further ado, if you guys have any, like I said, if you have any further questions, let me know. If you guys also want me to create another video showing exactly step-by-step on how to create these automations, I already have some of these videos up on my channel, but if you guys want to see these exact layouts pretty much built out, feel free to let me know. And yeah, drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.